I have got a first today for me, well, okay, no, not for me. I have a first for the videos, something I have never done in the entire time I have been making videos on YouTube. I got new glasses. Totally non-epic. Sorry. No, we just came back from picking them up. I ordered them a week ago. It took a whole week to get them, which is longer than I expected. First time I have gotten new glasses in a long time, and it is so past due. I'm so happy to have these now. I mean, it was ridiculous. Wearing these old ones, they are so scratched up. These are almost 9 years old. I got them just after Duncan was born. I guess I didn't want to stop using them. They're, you know, Oakleys. I thought they were cool, but they've gotten so scratched up when I looked at anything that had any kind of light source. It was so bright, actually, because the scratches in them just made everything shine. Not sparkle is wrong, but it bled out the light bigger than it should have been. So it was not great, and it was bad for driving at night, and really bad for driving at night on a wet night. And like looking at that window behind me, that would have looked bright up to like the edge of the ceiling or whatnot. And I am amazed actually at just how bright and vibrant everything looks, which might partly be because it's raining and everything looks greener and oranger, looking at some flowers. But I think it's just because it's not scratched and fuzzed. It looks fantastic. I love having new glasses, and I wish I'd gotten them a lot earlier. And while we were picking them up, we also went and, well, we went to the 100-yen shop and got some little kits. And Duncan, well, these are really cool. These are like, well, the 100-yen shop version of mini blocks, which are mini like Lego, and they're selling really well, made in Japan. These are the petite block, which is, you know, a generic ripoff of mini blocks. Duncan is making an owl, and Nina is not making, attempting to, well, she's waiting for me to help join her and help make a corgi. I think they're quite cool. Time lapse. Okay. Well, Duncan's not finished his owl yet, but I don't think I've got enough battery time, and we're gonna have to get going before too long, so he's gonna have to finish later. Maybe we can do the video of the rest of his owl making later. We'll see. We're gonna have lunch, I think, actually.
Can I talk on that?
You wanna talk on that?
Yeah. Hello, and maybe.
Words of great import to everyone in the world. And she just fell down. We didn't actually manage to record Duncan finishing his owl, his little mini Lego clone-ish discount shop version owl, but he did a very good job of it. He needed a bit of help though, which actually isn't very surprising because on the packs it says ages 12 and over, so he did pretty good. I think I got a few more random things to add to this today. A little bit busy today, haven't had time to finish off what I was going to say to the video, so I'm going to do it as I cook. I'm making stew right now, so not really Japanese, not really that thrilling. Although in Japan if you say stew they mean cream stew, in Canada if you say stew you mean beef stew, generally, in my experience. Yeah, the other thing I was going to add to this rather random video was a couple movie reviews. One late, one on time. One late is Moana. The DVD Blu-ray came out just last week, and we had pre-ordered it, got it from Amazon pretty quick, and so we set up the big projector over in the living room and watched it on Saturday night, and we all loved it. It was great, it was fantastic. Did not know anything about the story coming up because we had not seen any commercials or shows about it of any kind, so we knew nothing about it, and that is the best way to watch a movie. Fantastic. And so, whoa, I'm dropping things. And so, it was wonderful. We had a great time. I'm saying the same things over and over again, aren't I? In you go. Mushrooms. Probably putting them in a little early. That's not really a review saying we loved it. I mean, how do you give a spoilerless review? I struggle with that every time. No spoilers for Moana. Okay, it's a movie, takes place in Polynesia. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be Hawaiian or just non-specific Polynesian, because there were some parts of it that looked very Maori to me, some parts that seemed very Hawaiian to me, and I'm not an expert on Polynesian culture, so I can't be sure. But I really enjoyed it. I think it was well done. I'd really like to hear the opinions of someone who is Polynesian for what they think of Moana. I'm glad we bought the Blu-ray, the DVD, because we'll be watching it again. I know the kids will be watching it again and again and again and again. Now, the second movie I want to talk about is Mari to Majo no Hana. Meari, not Mari, Meari, which basically exactly translates to Mary and the Witch's Flower. I thought this was a new Ghibli movie because I saw a poster for it in the Ghibli shop in a place I went recently that I was about to name, but I'm not going to because I haven't finished editing the video yet together. Ha ha ha, together yet, whatever. But it was in a Ghibli store, so I thought it was 100% a Ghibli movie. Turns out no, one guy from Ghibli quit Ghibli or walked away from Ghibli, turned some lights on, maybe they'll see me better, and started his own company, his own animation studio, which the name escapes me at the moment, and it's good. It was a lot of fun. One thing I like about it is that it doesn't do the North American thing of having to explain every single little element of the story. It leaves a lot of things that don't necessarily need exposition well, it's just there. And it's good. And it was a really neat twist on magic and witches and whatnot, and so I think you'll enjoy it if you get to see it. It's not a Totoro or a Nausicaa level, not Sendo Chihiro. It's not gonna set any records, I don't think, but it's a good movie. And I gotta turn off the camera because the battery's out. And I gotta keep cooking. So far today's video has been an unconnected series of, no, not even a series, just a couple of unconnected things, right? New glasses and a time lapse of a mini Lego clone assembly. And I figure, why not expand upon that and really make it, a good eclectic video by adding in a product review, kind of like a Sweet Tooth Thursday, but we're not going to go do a full Sweet Tooth Thursday. Oh, it's starting to rain. Okay. So that has nothing to do with anything, but it adds to the eclecticness of the video, right? Here, watch some rain. There's rain. Why not add to it and review this not Sweet Tooth Thursday, this Fanta, another plus E, vitamin E. This is Sumomo. So Fanta Sumomo, which would be plum. So plum Fanta. And plum is different from Japanese ume. Japanese ume smells a lot like plum, but it is a different fruit. So now the trick is going to be opening this with one hand. I might have to wait for a red light. Ooh, smells very plummy. What else can I say? It smells wonderfully of plum. I have a lot higher hopes for this plus E Fanta than for the kiwi. Oh, that's good. That is really good. Excuse me. Wonderful. I like that. I was going to say yokata, which is Japanese for good. It is good. It is nice. It tastes like plum. It tastes sweet. It doesn't taste crappy. It doesn't taste like a cheap candy version of plum. It's good. So there you go. That is something maybe I should have done a whole Sweet Tooth Thursday for with the kids, but I was thirsty. I saw it. I thought, why not just go for it? And actually, come to think of it, I'm going to pick up Lilia at the train station right now, so we can get her opinion too. Throw her into the mix. There's Lilia. And we go. Oh, close the door first, yes. And we go. Hey, Lily. I've got something I get to try. It's kind of Sweet Tooth Thursday-ish, okay? Okay. Sounds good? Okay. That's what I'm recording now. Fanta Sumomo, so Fanta Plum, plus vitamin E. Plus vitamin E. Remember?
Like the...
Yeah, exactly. Like the vitamin E kiwi we had?
Yeah.
Did you have some of that? You did, right?
Yeah.
It was crap.
Ooh, it does smell like Sumomo. It tastes like acerola.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like an acerola cherry to me. It tastes like plum. But okay, how would you compare it to the kiwi, the plus E?
This one.
Is much better, right?
Yeah.
You like that one? Mm-hmm. You're willing to drink that one more than once, right? Yeah. So it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be more Genki.
Just tired.
Okay. You had fun today?
Yeah.
Good. Time for a third day of randomness. But first, a nap. I'm sleepy. Well, actually, I was so sleepy I didn't record this before I had the nap, so I already had the nap, so I'm doing okay. And it's time for the third day of randomness. I want to introduce to you my favorite fruit in the world. Most people, I think, in North America probably haven't seen it before. Possibly. I never found it until I came to Japan. I didn't even find it, actually. I was at a restaurant my friend was working at. So it's a friend restaurant, so it's a restaurant? No, it's not at all. A restaurant my friend was working at. He was there by himself because it was only him and the boss was off for a trip with her friends to Hong Kong. So I went there after my Japanese class and was keeping him company, and the boss came back and she said, "Here, ooh, try this. A mangosteen." At the time she didn't know what the name was. We tried it and oh my God, is it good! Sweet, delicious, wonderful, soft. The outside is like hard like a rock, but the inside is soft and juicy and fantastic. Did not know what the name was until I took a trip to New Zealand with a layover, like 4-hour layover in Bangkok, layover, and found them in a store in Bangkok there, in the Bangkok airport, and it had the name on it, mangosteen. Cool! So I finally knew what my favorite fruit's name was. I have since found them twice more in Hong Kong, and twice or 3 times in Bangkok, not Bangkok, in Thailand. Did I say Bangkok? She didn't go to Bangkok, she went to Hong Kong. Did I say Bangkok? Whichever, she went to Hong Kong. She brought them back and, oops, that's not straight. There we go. And when she came in, I said, "Hey, is it okay to bring fruit into the country? You can't do that in Canada." She said, "I don't know, I did it anyway." I have managed to find it once in Canada after going back, and that was at a Chinese market. And about, I think this is the 5th time in Japan. Only the 5th time. In 18 years in Japan, only the 5th time. Well, I guess it's 6th if you count the first time I had them. Anyway, I am babbling. So, they are not cheap in Japan. Like, one costs more than 100 yen. For 100 yen, you can probably get a bag of them in Thailand. Probably Hong Kong too. I don't remember how much they cost in Hong Kong. So yeah, I got like this plastic thingy with 8 of them in it, and I'm down to the last 2. We shared a bunch the first day, my kids, and my wife and I, and my whole family, and they all loved it. One thing I've learned to check, because the first 2 times I found them in Japan, bought 4, 2 of them were bad. You want to squeeze the outside shell, and if it's got just a little bit of give, it should still be good. If it's hard as a rock, do not buy it. If it's hard as a rock, it's starting to rot. But it is fairly hard even when they're good, because it's a thick skin. And also the juice in the skin tastes terrible. Ah, there we go. The inside, I squished it a little bit, the inside is this white soft fruit, and it's fantastic. Poor little thing, I squished you. It'll still taste good. See, look how thick that shell is. I mean, that is a lot of shell compared to a little fruit. The ones I've got here, they are not big examples of mangosteen by any stretch of the imagination, but beggars can't be choosers. I mean, I'm sure I had mangosteen at least twice this big in Thailand. So there is what you get. It is segmented. Usually 1 or 2 segments are large, and they contain the seed. If you're lucky, it's just 1. I think that one will have the seed. So these go in there. I can't describe the taste for you because it tastes like mangosteen. Found a seed. Not sure if that was the one I said it was going to be in. I think this one's the one I said it was going to be in. No, it was just one. Must have second one. Ooh, that was much easier. That came out much nicer. Doesn't that look good? There's the shell. Shell, rind, husk. Husk? Husk's not right. There we go. What a lovely bit of mangosteen. Has no relation to mangoes at all. That might be a little bit of a bad bit there on the brown. That's the one with the seed in it. Let's just get rid of that. Ooh, that one, this one's definitely also going to have a seed. That's a double seeder. Too bad. It's not that bad. Pearl wants some too. You're not getting any. I give Pearl other fruit, but not mangosteen. This stuff's too expensive. Also, maybe a too high water content for him. I don't know. I'm so happy I could share my favorite fruit in the world with you. It'll probably be several years until the next time I get to enjoy it. Do you remember the Kumon toilet paper I showed you before? We just keep getting more of it. Every time I go to recycle, they give me another roll. And actually, last time I was there, they gave me 3 rolls of this stuff. We're up to 21 rolls. I don't know why we're not using it. We just use the regular toilet paper, and this stuff keeps building up and building up and building up until we got this stack that's blocking the window. It's half as dark as it could be in here. And I figured out we've got 575.5 meters of this stuff. That's double ply, so if you split it to single ply, you could stretch it out for more than 1 kilometer. Don't know why you would, though. Remember the drawing I was working in the hospital, that last one I showed you? Well, I showed you one piece of it. It's finished, so I thought I would just show you the finished piece. Opening bids? As you can see, the lawn kind of got away on me when I was in the hospital. and then it was raining, so I haven't been able to get to it, so it is a horrible, horrible jungle, and it's time to cut it. Although beat it in submission might be slightly closer to the truth. Massacre it, whatever. I'm gonna do that now, so why not add a little bit more time lapse in? I've only got 20 minutes, oh now 19 minutes on the battery, so we'll take as much time as it is, compress it down to about 1 minute. Let's see how much of this I can get cut. I'd like it if it was all of it, but I don't think I can get it done in an hour. Let's see how we go. Going faster than I thought. Pause for a second, I'll be off screen. Let's just move you in a little closer. I cut a bunch of stuff while you weren't looking. Ouch, I just hit my head on my picnic table. Oh well. I think that's enough. I got more to do, and there was some I didn't film me doing, but that's enough. It's done. Well, not really. I didn't do around the side of the house or behind the house, and it's not nearly as neat or pretty as I would have liked it, but I wasn't going for neat and pretty. I was going for, I can barely see there, he was going for fast and efficient, as much volume as possible in a short time as possible, because it's hot out there. I'm pretty sure I got sunburned because I was stupid and didn't put on sunscreen, so it's done for now. Maybe I'll wait for a cloudy day to finish it off. And let the grass I cut dry out for a day or two so it'll be lighter, lose some of its water, and get Duncan and Kai to help me rake up. They seem to like raking for some reason. It's July 11th, happy convenience store day. There was a video I meant to make today. I meant to go into Yanagawa to make a video about this certain 7-Eleven that I found there, and I was busy with other things and it totally slipped my mind. I forgot completely, so I'll have to do that on a non-7-Eleven, non-July 11th, non-convenience store day sometime. Oops. Hope it wasn't too windy. The fire drill practice for Shobudan, they're back there, those shadows. And there's a truck, one of the trucks, has started for this year, but I don't think there's any point in making a new video about it because it's all the same. It's not for the prefectural competition this year because that only happens every 2 years. It's just for the city competition this time. I'm in my 4th day of randomness because I haven't gotten around to editing. This would finally finish if I could just get around to editing the video. And I gotta do this quickly because it tells me that my phone is getting hot and will shut off very quickly. So I thought, I'm in the coin laundry again, but I'm not doing a coin laundry video, I just happened to be here. That adds to the randomness, right? So I thought, hey, why not show you something that Lilia did. Lilia recently wore a traditional Korean hanbok, the traditional Korean dress, just because we have one. Because I had a friend in university, I was tutoring her in English. She was an exchange student from Korea. She stayed with my family for Christmas and gave her traditional hanbok to my mother as a Christmas present, as a thank you for letting her stay for Christmas. And my mother recently gave it to us because it was about Lilia's size, and Lilia just fits. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm not being Forrest Gumpish. Okay, I just finished up the coin laundry, and something just occurred to me, is that there is bye-bye coin laundry. There is absolutely nothing to guarantee that you put your own phone number into those machines. And it called me again saying you got 5 minutes left until the wash cycle ends. Your laundry is finished. Please get ready. And I thought, you could really screw with somebody if you wanted to, and put someone from Tokyo's phone number in there and say, why am I getting called from Kyushu to come get my laundry? I'd probably just ignore it, but I mean, it's not a great practical joke, but it's a bit of a chuckle for the person doing it, possibly. Especially if you use that laundry service all the time and repeatedly put the same person's phone number in there, you just drive them nuts.